Welcome to the 7th episode of The Outside Scoop. To my right, I have Harrison, and today we're going to be talking about a lot of important stuff, including the Jimmy Butler saga. So, let's get right to the Jimmy Butler saga. Jimmy Butler wants to be traded, and he had a meeting with the Timberwolves front office that he wanted to be traded. What did you think about that?
I knew that he wasn't going to be staying with Minnesota after his contract was over next year, right? So I thought that he would stay with the Timberwolves for one more season. And a great player like him, I don't know if he wants to be on 3 different teams in 3 years.
Right. That's the big problem with this. The more teams you are on, the more it hurts your legacy. Most of the greats have been on 1 or 2 teams. MJ, Kobe, Kareem. You know, most of the greats, Magic, they don't bounce around. You know.
Mm-hmm.
If I was a Bulls fan and I was hearing this, I'd be super happy because in hindsight they won the trade. They got Lauri Markkanen, Chris Dunn, and Zach LaVine for Jimmy Butler and Justin Patton. They definitely won that trade.
Most definitely. With Jimmy Butler leaving, that's a trade that the Bulls completely won.
So, yeah, as a Bulls fan, what do you think you won that trade?
Oh, most definitely. The only problem is that Lauri Markkanen did just get injured and will be out
6-8 weeks.
6-8 weeks, yep. But he has a great future. And I'm also an Arizona fan, and Lauri Markkanen went to Arizona. So I did
His
watch...
brother goes to Arizona, but
Yeah.
he's not a bandwagon.
Yeah. So I did watch some of his games on TV 2 years ago, and I think that he has a great future in the NBA.
So the owner actually considered firing Thibodeau because of his last year due to his performance and the team almost missing the playoffs with Cat Wiggins and Jimmy Butler. Do you think they should have fired Thibodeau or do you think they should have kept him?
Well, Thibodeau didn't even want to trade Jimmy Butler.
Right.
After Jimmy Butler requested a trade.
Mm-hmm.
So I just really don't know. If they fired Thibodeau over the summer, they could have actually gone Dwayne Casey.
Or Mike Budenholzer.
Or Budenholzer. Because I'm pretty sure that Casey would have gone to Minnesota rather than Detroit.
Oh, definitely.
I don't know about Budenholzer, though.
Right.
I think that he likes Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, really, if it would have been the best move to fire Thibodeau. But he is not the greatest coach for the Timberwolves team right now. Since they almost missed the playoffs last year.
Right. I agree. I think he's a good enough coach to be an NBA coach, but he's not a great NBA coach. Space Jam 2 is happening. How excited are you for
I'm
that?
very excited for that.
Same.
The King, Bugs Bunny.
Who do you think
I'm
will
excited.
be his co-stars? You know, like MJ, they had Steve Kerr and they had a couple other people. Who do you think they'll be? Like the 5 Monstars?
Well,
I can totally see J.R. Smith. That's just
yeah, I don't know about J.R. Smith, but I can definitely see KD. He's probably gonna be one. So you need one from every position.
Well, do you really think KD wants to be in LeBron's movie? Because I bet KD sees him as the best player in the NBA. So I don't think he wants to be in LeBron's movie as not even the co-star.
That might be true. So maybe then Paul George.
Yeah, I say Paul George.
I can definitely see Steph Curry too, even though he is on the Warriors. I think so.
What's his name? Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade
For
has
sure.
to be in it
Yeah,
at
he has.
some level, even if he isn't a monster. Because remember how at the end of Space Jam, I don't remember the guy, but that one guy came in.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I don't. That could be Dwayne Wade in the next movie.
I know who won't be in it though. Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard's not going to be in it.
Oh man. Okay. So Karl Anthony Towns a lot of this stuff is a little old. A week ago, signed a 5-year, $190 million extension. Think it was a good idea or a bad idea?
I think it's a great idea for Cats.
Tell me why.
He's still getting better. He hasn't even reached his max potential yet, and he wants to stay with the Timberwolves. With Andrew Wiggins at guard, they have a great team there.
No, they don't.
I think that they will have a great team.
Oh, they don't. Great team. They're an above average team. They're not even close to a great team. Look, this was a horrible decision. $38 million a year for Karl Anthony Towns? That's ridiculous. That takes up almost 40% of your salary cap.
Yeah, well, you just get rid of Jimmy Butler because they will need to trade him most likely. That gets more. That gives more money to sign more players and get better.
Look, I had a video on this actually. Why this was a bad decision. By doing this, they're screwed for the next 5 years. They can't rebuild because they have too much money wrapped up in Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns, and they can't contend because they have too much money wrapped up in Karl Anthony Towns and Wiggins. With those two pieces, you can't rebuild or contend. So now they're stuck in that in-between land.
I think that they can still get the 8 or 7 seed.
Right, that's in between. That's not contending.
But we don't know how who they're gonna play. Because remember how the Pelicans were playing the Trailblazers last year. The Trailblazers looked pretty good last year. But the Pelicans had Anthony Davis, and Anthony Davis swept that series.
To be fair, the 3rd and 8th seed that year was like was between 2 games. So that could have easily been Pelicans as the 3rd seed and Blazers at the 6th seed. So I don't think people were shocked that it was a sweep, but I don't think many people were shocked that the Pelicans won.
Well, not many people were shocked that the Pelicans won, but because the Portland Trailblazers don't have the best big man, then like Karl Anthony Towns, that they lost that series to the Pelicans because of that. So that's why I think that the Timberwolves, they're not going to win an NBA championship anytime soon, but they might be 2nd round, maybe even 3rd round. Probably not 3rd round.
Well, do you play the game? What do you play the game to win? You play the game to win the Larry O'Brien championship. You don't play the game to get to the 2nd round and out. Sure, from a marketing standpoint, that might be great because it brings in revenue, but Minnesota has a pretty big, market. It's not like the Memphis Grizzlies. If the Memphis Grizzlies, they can afford to rebuild because they'll get their team moved to a different location. The Timberwolves, they have a pretty big franchise. I mean, if they can afford to rebuild, they'll still keep their team in Minnesota. So for some teams, that's a very valid point that they're just trying to contend enough to bring market value. But with the Timberwolves, I don't think that's a fair validation point. So AD has a new agent, Rich Paul, who is, according to most NBA players, the best agent out there. LeBron's agent, other key notable players' agent. What do you think about that?
Well, AD is becoming one of the best players in the league. He did get ranked 6th actually, on best NBA players over this offseason. Now, I don't know if everybody agrees with that list at all, but AD is one of the best players in the league, and it makes sense that he has one of the best agents in the league.
Right. That brought a lot of AD to Lakers rumors. You told me this right before the show, that Lakers are now the huge favorites to land AD, and there are rumors AD wants to be out of New Orleans. So what do you think about all of that stuff?
Now, I don't know how loyal Anthony Davis is. We just haven't really seen that yet. Because they did get rid of Boogie Cousins over the offseason. Because when Boogie got injured, AD started playing phenomenal, and he was even in contention for MVP. Now, he didn't win MVP. Harden won it. But over the offseason, the Pelicans asked Anthony Davis if he wanted to keep DeMarcus Cousins on the Pelicans. And he said no. He basically said no, and they didn't even give DeMarcus Cousins an offer.
Well, they took it back. So, yeah, you're right. I honestly think AD is loyal. I mean, I truly believe if they put a sufficient enough roster around him, he would stay with the Pelicans. Problem is, you're not getting the job done. It's like Giannis. We know he's a very loyal guy. But if he leaves in a couple years for a team like Charlotte Hornets, I don't blame him, assuming we keep making the franchise like this. Because we're not giving him the talent he needs and deserves. So I think really it's up to the organization to decide whether AD's going to stay or not. If they do a good job, he'll stay. If he doesn't, he's out of there. So LeBron and Katie's new rap song was actually leaked. It's from 2011 when they had the, not the buyout, but the
Lockout?
lockout.
Yeah, lockout.
So, protesting for a higher contract.
Mhm.
I really like Katie's part. Like, I personally think that was the best rap song from an NBA player I've ever heard. I mean, Katie's part was really good. LeBron's part was alright in my opinion.
Yeah, I kind of like both parts because knowing that they are NBA players, it's not going to be like Travis Scott or
Right.
Kanye, Drake,
Kendrick
So
Lamar.
I thought that was a pretty good song just in general, for NBA players especially. So
Speaking of songs, did you see the new Carter 5?
no, I actually did not.
Lil Wayne? I mean, a lot of people like it. I'm not a big fan of it, you know. LeBron didn't want the song released, by the way. He didn't want anybody to hear it. He thought it'd be bad for his brand. Didn't swear anything. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I don't know why he thought that.
Alright. So, these are not as big things. David West retired. Hall of Famer?
I don't know if he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
I think it's definitely no question.
Yeah.
He's not going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He was a very solid veteran piece that could come off the bench and give you like 10, 12 a night.
But not enough to be a Hall of Famer.
Oh, definitely
not.
Yeah. Russell Westbrook knee surgery. He's out for like another month, I think. No, I think it's like 2 weeks. He'll miss a little bit of NBA season. Do you think that'll affect the Thunder?
I don't know if it's going to affect the Thunder, but it all kind of depends on their schedule because they still have Paul George, who we haven't really seen play alone in Oklahoma City.
Right, that's true.
So-
That's a good point.
We will just kind of see how it affects the team because we just don't know how Paul George will play and who they're playing, how hard their schedule is in that first month of the season.
I don't think it matters how hard the schedule is. I mean, you're missing training camp. That's when you put in all of your sets and stuff like that. So, I mean, I think it'll affect them a lot because without him, they're missing their key piece. As much as I give hate to Russell Westbrook, I'll admit they're not the same team without him. Sure, Paul George can experience being the top guy, but they're much better with Russell Westbrook. Because now, who's their starting point guard? Draymond Grant, Raymond Felton.
Dennis Schroeder.
Oh, thank God for saying that, because so many people in the comment section would be roasting me about that.
Yep.
Yeah, Dennis Schroeder, who I think might win 6 Man of the Year.
Oh yeah, he will be great on the Thunder. And I don't know why the Hawks actually traded him.
No, I don't blame him. They're trying to rebuild. And
They are trying to rebuild.
do you not remember him saying he wanted to be traded?
Oh, I actually don't remember that.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It was a huge thing. He said like he doesn't want to be traded. I mean, to be fair, it's the Hawks, so nobody pays attention to the Hawks. But people only talk about it because it was off season. There was nothing better to talk about.
Yeah, LeBron already signed with the Lakers, Booker already signed with the Warriors.
Devin Booker hand surgery. Do you think
That's gonna hurt the Suns.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
will hurt the Suns. DeAndre Ayton.
I think it's a blessing in
It's not gonna-
disguise. Because Josh Jackson, DeAndre Ayton, what's his name? TJ Warren, they all get to step up a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know, get a chance.
But it is only gonna be for like what, the first month, 6 weeks?
First 3 weeks.
First 3 weeks, yeah. It's not gonna be enough to actually have those guys step up yet.
Yeah.
You know,
No, but it'll give them good
DeAndre-
experience.
yeah, but they're still getting used to the league, you know.
Right.
DeAndre Ayton still needs to learn to play defense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we will. The Suns, nobody really expects them to make the playoffs. They are a young team. Maybe in 2 years they will make the playoffs, I think. But it's not going to really affect their season
Agreed.
at all.
They weren't gonna get a playoff spot anyway.
Yeah.
I thought they're gonna be a 10th, 11th seed team.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Jack to Pelicans, 1 year deal. Veteran piece, not
Yeah,
gonna really help.
Yeah.
I mean, Alonzo new shooting form. He brought it from here to here.
That's a big difference.
Right?
Huge difference.
I mean, he's shooting from the wrong shoulder.
Yeah.
He's shooting like this. You're supposed to shoot like that. That's not gonna cut it.
Yeah.
From here to here, needs to bring it to here and then to here. That's why he can't shoot a mid-range shot. He can't shoot a mid-range shot like this. He can only shoot a three-point shot like that. So if he wants to get a better jump shot and he wants to make, have you seen his free throws? They're so ugly because you can't shoot a free throw like that.
Mhm.
It's physically impossible. In order for him to become a better shooter, he has to shoot it conventionally, or at least somewhat conventionally. Sure, we've seen ugly shooting forms like Sean Marion's, but they're all like either here or like here. None of them are shooting from the wrong shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
He's shooting from the wrong shoulder.
You just cannot do that.
Right?
You're not gonna be a great player when your shooting form is that bad.
I know. I mean, that's what's gonna stop him from being a great player. Right now he's a good player. In order to be a great player, he's gonna need to fix his shot.
Most definitely.
Timberwolves signed Luol Deng, the Timber Bulls. What do you think about that?
Well, the Timber Bulls anymore with Jimmy Butler gone, or
Yeah,
soon to be gone.
There was rumors they're gonna get Joakim Noah. I was
heard
about
that,
to fall out of my chair when I saw
Yeah,
that.
Joakim Noah said they didn't want to go though.
Yeah.
That would have been so funny if he went. Because most definitely would have been the Timber Bulls then. In Luol Deng,
Taj Gibson.
Roger Gibson, Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose, yeah.
Yeah.
Thibodeau's doing anything he can to keep Jimmy Butler.
Yes, he is. And I just need to somehow get.
He might get
Dwayne
Carlos
Wade.
Boozer out of retirement. Oh man! All right, so Blake Griffin resigns with Jordan Brand. Nothing big there.
Yeah.
One of the most overrated players in NBA. At least he was a couple years ago. Nobody really considers him a top 10 anymore. Andrew Bynum attempting a comeback to the NBA. Do you think that's gonna happen or just publicity stunt?
I think it's just a publicity stunt.
Agreed.
There's no really reason for him to want to come back.
Let's see where he's playing right now. I think he's playing overseas. Let me check that out. Andrew Bynum is American. He plays. Oh, so actually, it looks like he's in the G League right now.
Oh.
He's 30 years old. Why is he in the G League? What? Here, let's talk.
7 feet tall.
Yeah, you talk about Lakers wanting Clay more than Kawhi. Well, I looked these up. Do you think Lakers should really want Clay or Kawhi more?
I think with LeBron on that team, you will want Kawhi more because who are your shooters right now? I guess Lance Stevenson.
They don't have much shooters. They have a lot of
don't have much
playmakers.
shooters. Yeah, like Rondo's a playmaker. Lonzo is going to be a playmaker more than a shooter because he can't shoot cross shoulder,
Yeah.
So I really get why they want Kawhi. I mean, why they don't want Kawhi and they want Clay instead. But we also have heard that Clay is not going to leave the Warriors. That doesn't mean that teams won't try to get him. The Lakers do need a good shooter. That's why the Cavs were so good because they had LeBron and Kyrie Irving. Because Kyrie was a great shooter.
So I looked it up. He's actually not playing for any team right now. I think that was actually kind of smart now looking at it because he can at least get an overseas contract in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not an NBA contract. So like you said, I think you said Clay, it's better to want Clay or Kawhi. Which one?
Clay.
I agree with that completely for two reasons. Kawhi, we don't know how he feels. He wants to be the man.
He finally left.
Never taught, right? Also with Clay, not only are you adding to your team, but you're subtracting from the Warriors team.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a 2-in-1 deal. I cannot talk today. All right, anyway. So, people know I'm a little harsh on Clay. I think he's a great player, but his skill set is very replaceable.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think they should want Clay more than Kawhi. Because Kawhi can leave, he can not play like he did in San Antonio. Sure, I know he was injured, but still.
Was he though? Do we really know if he was completely injured?
Well, according to Chris Carter on FS1, he was. He was one of the most connected people to that issue. He said he was injured. I'll take his word for it. Honestly, I believe it or not, actually listen to a lot of different shows. I try to see which areas I disagree and agree with.
Mhm.
Most of them had sources that said that Kawhi was injured, so I'll take their word for it. That'll be the end of the video. We gotta stop. We got next video. We're gonna cover up the buy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys, you don't get free You don't get free advertising until you guys sponsor us. Okay. So no more of that. Thanks for watching. Share this video with your friends. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button. We have videos like this. I have videos by myself where I talk about other NBA stuff. Yeah, thanks for watching.